This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever think about switching insurance companies to see if you could save some cash? Progressive makes it easy to see if you could save when you bundle your home and auto policies. Try it at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Potential savings will vary. Not available in all states.
At T-Mobile, our critical mission is providing unparalleled 5G coverage for when connectivity is mission critical. Introducing T-Priority, America's best 5G network experience for first responders, even in times of congestion. More capacity, faster speeds, better coverage. T-Priority from T-Mobile, built for tomorrow's emergencies, ready today. Discover more at t-priority.com.
For qualifying organizations on eligible rate plans, coverage not available in some areas and may be impacted by emergencies.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Table talk.
Table talk. Table talk. Table talk. Table talk. Table talk.
Welcome to Tabletop Tunes, the improvised musical RPG podcast. My name is Greg.
I'm Gabe.
I'm Sean.
And I'm Mary Lou. Thank you so much for joining us at the table.
Oh, we're so happy to have you. Hey, friends.
Hey, Greg.
How have
Hi,
things
friend.
been going? Have there been any sort of, I don't know, how would I phrase it?
I don't know how to phrase it.
Either like really intensely weird, unhinged bad things. Let's say like rolling a nat 1 in life.
Yeah.
Or have there been any like really awesome, incredible, cool things? Let's say rolling a nat 20.
What a
in
great
life.
metaphor.
Yeah, I get it now.
Oh, that's crazy.
I could share a nat 1.
Oh,
Yeah.
go
if
ahead.
you wish. I saw a film recently at the Glendale Americana, which
Love
is a
that
place I
place.
love with my whole heart.
Mm-hmm.
One of my very favorite things to do is go
You're
to
doxing yourself. I hope you know that.
Yeah, and I
Wow.
live at 3-7. One of my favorite things to do is go see trash genre films that nobody else would want to see by myself.
Okay.
And I went and saw one called Night Swim.
The one about the pool.
The one about the pool that
haunted
possessed.
I literally
pool.
looked it up on Wikipedia to be like, what?
I
I'm
remember
not a
seeing
big
the
horror
trailer.
guy. I'm not a horror guy,
Yeah.
so
Also
I
not a horror guy.
love
I'm a huge
looking
horror
up
guy.
plot synopses and reading them or listening to that podcast.
Oh, Too Scary or whatever it's
Scary to-
called.
Too
Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah.
to
Oh,
watch.
yeah. It makes it less scary.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
Haunted pool.
Yeah, Haunted Pool. I was having such a blast at this movie, having a great time, feeling myself. And then in front of me, I would say a family of 7
Oh,
walks
no.
in.
Oh boy.
And the way this family is oriented, it is 6 children
Oh.
and 1 adult. I don't know if
Who
it's
is-
the mom.
To use a pool reference, in over their head.
Yes. Well, not even in over their head. Complicit.
Yeah.
This
oh,
family-
Worse.
Was on their phones, flashlight blaring.
No.
What?
They were talking the whole time. I'm not a fuddy-duddy, but these kids were really young, below 10. They were swearing, like, aggressively. Pass the fucking popcorn, that kind of stuff.
No.
Whoa.
And I, like, would...
Sorry,
That's a lot.
Mary Lou, what was that?
I'm
Mary Lou,
perturbed.
in her
You'd be a good
off-time does
like disc
radio
jockey.
sets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
shock jock.
Thank you
Shock
so
jock.
much, you guys.
The Wacky Zoo Crew with Mary Lou.
Ew, that's actually my dream job. Anyway,
But the mom was, like, egging them on. She was, like, laughing with them,
Ugh.
loud as can be. It, like, ruined the verisimilitude of the film about the haunted pool.
Yeah.
wow, I'm
I don't like
so
it.
sorry.
Do you think
That's okay.
otherwise you would have had like a really good time? Well, like,
Oh.
was the movie a good movie? Or like bad good?
Do
Like,
you all use Letterboxd, the social media app Letterboxd?
I've heard it.
Yes.
Heard of it.
I don't.
You don't? Do you know of it?
No, but it's not important.
Wow, Gabe, you
I live
have
in
a child.
I live in a little hole.
No
Yeah, I have a
child
child. I have a
here.
child.
You
and thus
really have a
hole.
child if you've never heard of Letterboxd.
I-
Well, for,
yeah.
for those who don't know, Letterboxd is a social media app for movies. You sort of track what movies you've watched when. You can rate them. You can review them. I gave it 3 out of 5.
Okay.
And I gave it
good.
like a very insightful, perfectly written little review.
I bet.
And then I read other people's reviews, and everyone else was like, half star, trash,
Oh no.
bullshit. And I'm like, well, I'm glad I saw it by myself. I guess it was just for me.
At the very
Just for you.
least, you're better than those people.
Oh,
And you know
thank
that.
you. And let's dox those people one at a time.
Oh my! I think
Mhm.
one of them's here actually.
One of them is here.
I think one of them's here.
We have a very special guest today. He's a writer, he's an actor, he's an occult scholar, and my mortal enemy on the social media app Letterboxd. Please welcome Ross Bryant.
Hello.
Hi, Roz.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, I too saw Night Swim in the theater.
You did?
I did.
The same theater?
Yes, I was there
He
with
was
my
the
mother,
child.
sir.
And 5 siblings.
Yeah.
Are you a half star or a full 3?
I may split the difference between those two polls.
Wow.
I don't think it doesn't sound like I love Night Swim as much as Greg did, but it's
Because
interesting.
Greg loved it.
I loved it. It's interesting that you saw this little tableau of parental malfeasance played out in front of you, since one of the themes of Night Swim is a parent who is willing to sacrifice his family's well-being to pursue his own vanity.
That's
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
It's a smart move.
There's something there.
It's a smart movie where they say things like, "It's in the water."
Yeah.
Yeah, great.
I just need to go back in the pool one more time, Wyatt Russell says, earnestly. Ross, how have you been doing? Have there been any Nat 1s or Nat 20s in your life?
Okay, here's a Nat 1 that I rolled on the dice of life lately.
Oh, boy.
Is that in the midst of a rather high pressure scenario where I had to really show up, I contracted this thing called the novel coronavirus.
Oh my God, I've heard of it. I've heard of that. Gabe, have you heard of that?
I have heard of that.
Do you have that?
Yeah, I don't subscribe. I'm not. I don't have the app, but I do. I have.
Yeah,
heard
for
of
those who
Okay.
don't know the novel coronavirus, it's a social media app. It gives you a runny nose.
Oh no.
Felt terrible for 2 days, and this was
And this is the third day, right? That you're here afterwards?
yeah. I haven't tested, but I'm on the upswing.
it. Good.
Yeah,
So you okay? You're on the floor.
yeah. Oh God, I'm so
You're
winded
just sort of like leaking.
perpetually. But in order to spin this more into the lingo of TRPGs, perhaps there was some halfling luck involved. Because honestly, what that Nat 1 revealed is how supportive the people around me were, how much they took care of me in that moment of need, and how ultimately it was fine.
You rolled a nat 20 on
Friendship.
community. and
That's right.
Friendship.
Yeah, I pushed the roll and got a 20.
Oh,
That's really nice.
That's
What is
very
your
sweet.
what is your strategy for self-care when you're sick?
It's just allowing myself to totally become a vegetable.
Yeah.
Guzzle Theraflu and watch movies all day.
Yeah.
And never take off sweatpants and enjoy the erotic pleasures of soup.
Yeah.
Now, are you a Zycam believer? Is anyone here a Zycam believer?
Absolutely. Zycam.
That's like the zinc thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a thing that's on the bottle. It's explicitly said, like, this probably doesn't work. And I'm like,
Not
I'll take
proven,
it.
but I've been taking it for years. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a goopy little Q-tip that you
Whoa,
rub
wait,
in your nose.
I hate
What?
that.
Oh, do you not take that
No,
one?
different version.
Okay, well
It's
the
just like a sweet
original.
tart.
Yeah, it's like a little dissolvable
really?
tablet.
Not
Really?
mine.
What are you taking?
Not the original Zycam. The original Zycam was a goopy little Q-tip.
And I think they recalled that because it was like getting people sick.
Cool.
Mary Lou, are you?
Mary Lou, you're on the ceiling. Are you?
I like it up here. I'm actually fine. I'm feeling great.
We find ourselves amidst the sunshine, the crystal blue sky, and a weather vane puncturing into that tableau. That's right, we're at Old Mortimer's old farm, a place where animals are free to roam, trees grow fruit, and there is a wonderful garden of vegetables. And as we move into this garden, just perfectly dotted with soil, fertilizer, and love, we find ourselves on a tomato. And this tomato is sort of the leader of this group. And what is this tomato's deal?
Tommy Tomato is a pretty standard kind of summer tomato. You know, big, round, and red. None of that garden variety. Well, I guess garden variety is exactly
Literally.
what it is. Literally. Tommy didn't necessarily choose to be the leader of the tomatoes. He was just grown first, and sometimes that's all it takes. He's a big, round, red guy, cheery and happy to be here, growing towards the sun, just like everyone.
And Tommy Tomato is trying to run a meeting, a vegetable meeting, which they do once a week.
Order, please, if I could just have order amongst the vegetables.
I don't know about that.
And who is this speaking?
Well, I'm Cornelius. I'm Corn.
Corn, yeah.
And, I just don't think that you guys understand what it's like up here. You have different priorities. You don't know, you're concerned about the soil, and we're worried about like the wind and this. You know what I mean? You just don't get it.
Cornelius, if we're gonna have another planted versus grown, a tree versus a legume situation, we should be hearing from everyone. This is
All right now.
Yeah, listen to Tommy.
Oh, and who's this cute
Well,
little
this is
thing?
Cherry Tomato. This is Tommy's lover.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
It
I'm
feels
not
a
really
little-
interested in nepotism in politics.
I don't want to make this a one-sided issue. This is Cherry. Thank you for speaking up, but it would honestly
No
be
problem, Tommy.
Okay.
Well, I just don't think it's appropriate for the nightshades to sort of, dominate the conversation.
Winter is coming.
Who invited this one again? Who
And
invited him?
the wind of the garden kind of like shivers and shakes, and out through the shadows steps
Gene, Ginger,
Oh, Gene.
look at you. Laughing it up, grinning into the sunshine. Winter is coming.
Well,
Gene,
yeah,
we have
Gene,
more
it
than
does
enough
that.
produce to last the winter.
Gene,
Well,
winter
that is
comes every
actually
year.
why I wanted to hold this meeting, Gene. Thank you for bringing that forward.
Not everyone is as fibrous as me, all right? I've seen winters come and winters go and take vegetables plumper and rounder than you.
And that, thank you for that segue, Gene. That is what I wanted to discuss today, is that the temperature is changing. You can see the weather vane's been going crazy out there.
Like
and
the one with the little rooster on it.
That's the one, Corin. It's just, it has got me thinking, should we be taking steps to prepare for the winters this year? I mean, yeah, we've been growing nice and smooth here, but you never know. Fate is fickle. And
I think everything's fine, and we should just keep on fucking and sucking like we do.
Okay, Jerry, really not a meeting conversation
That's not
necessarily.
appropriate conversation for the town meeting.
Cherry, we're gonna put a hiatus on that just for a moment, just for the conversation here, okay? Gene, I think you raised some very good points. Winter is just around the corner, and I do think that this year I think we need to step out of the vegetable garden and make some drastic steps to prepare ourselves for what's coming.
Pull yourself up by your roots.
Pull yourself up.
Pull yourself up by your roots. If your straps had boots, you'd pull yourself up by your roots.
Pull yourself up by your roots. Pull yourself up by your roots.
There are straps and sometimes boots.
Pull yourself up by your roots. Yeah, Cornelius has the basic understanding of what I'm saying here.
I'm getting it. I think I'm following along.
I don't know. I guess I'm a little of a hato, 'cause this idea seems to me like overkill that's coming from Cherry Tomato. Tommy, I'll listen to ya, whatever you gotta say. But why would we pull up our roots on such a bright, nice, sunny day?
Hey! Pull yourself up by your roots. Pull yourself up by your roots.
Take your horn and toot toot. Pull yourself up by your roots.
Pull yourself up by your roots. Pull yourself up by your roots.
Yeah, we're all in cahoots. You pull yourself up by your roots.
The snow will be falling. You don't understand the cost. Are you tough enough to endure December's oncoming frost? So pull yourself up by your roots now. We must do what we need. Are you a bunch of vegetables, or am I looking at a bunch of weeds?
Oh! Pull yourself up by your roots. Pull yourself up by your roots.
Doot 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 doot.
Pull yourself up by your roots. Pull yourself up by your roots. Pull yourself up by your roots. We're not a bunch of fruits. We can pull yourself up by our roots. Tomatoes are a fruit.
And just as someone pedantically reminds us all that tomatoes are, in fact, fruits, whoosh, the vein goes even further, even further.
What's
True,
that?
he's got interior seeds. Cucumbers too, you know.
And as everyone keeps being more and more pedantic about the definition of fruits versus vegetables, wham! The barn doors shut, and you feel the wood shatter and blast against.
Wow.
Could I get some insight checks?
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll say that our ginger has advantage because they are kind of onto something here.
Oh.
Cherry got an 18.
18.
Tommy got an 8.
8.
I got a 14.
Cornelius got a 17, and I think that's because, he grows as high as an elephant's eye. He's got good insight.
So as Cornelius grows and grows and grows and grows, Cornelius motions for Cherry to hop on one of his leaves, and they pop up and they see through the window something they've never seen at this farm before. They see snow?
What?
What's that?
Meanwhile, Tommy Tomato's trying to put on a brave face.
So, basically, yes, a lot of things are fruits, right? There's a lot of things that you wouldn't expect to be fruits that are fruits.
Well, I'm not a fruit.
Oh, no, I know that, Cornelius. But
Am I a fruit? I'm Pester the pig.
no, Pester, you're something else entirely.
Aw, you never let me fit in with you all.
You eat us.
You literally eat me and my
have
friends and my
eaten
family.
A lot of us before,
Well,
Pester.
stop being so darn delicious.
You stop being delicious. People eat you all the
Well,
time.
that's true. Okay, touche.
Hey, wait a minute. Pester, you're still here. We're all still here. No one's come to harvest any of us.
The gods they're not coming? The great big ones that walk?
Yeah, the ones that sort of own the weird structure over there.
Those who walk amongst the rows.
Yeah.
Those who pluck us from the soil. Those to which we owe our homage.
Well, usually they keep a pretty strict schedule.
Cornelius, why are you so high up right now? You've grown so high.
Well, I was just wanted to look around, and I have some bad news. I've only read about this in books, so I'm pretty sure I know what this is. But I think outside there's snow.
No one expected this. No one knew winter was coming.
Nobody warned us.
Literally said this 2 minutes ago.
No one said it. What are we going to do?
What do we do? Ooh, this is unprecedented.
Okay, everybody keep your heads. It seems like we are in trying times.
The lettuce, keep your heads.
No, stay.
Lettuce specifically.
It's us, the lettuce.
Lettuce, cabbage, keep your heads, all of you.
Yes. You're being crazy right
What?
now.
Oh my god, I'm so random.
You're not.
What?
You're being crazy.
Oh my god, who wants shots?
Let us keep it together.
I'll take a shot.
We're still in the meeting. Okay, so listen. Snow, this is bad.
Do you think we should ask the tubers?
And we zoom over to a certain side of the barn that people usually leave alone. These are the tubers, which, as everyone knows, are
Potatoes.
Great.
I think.
Yeah.
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 Yams.
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 Dark as the darkest night, where the darkness only is found. If you're looking for someone who posts up underneath the ground.
Yeah, we might be tasty, we might be good to eat. You can call me a potato, but don't you ever dare call me sweet.
Starch listening to us. You better start listening to us. Don't scream, don't put up no fuss, 'cause you better start listening to us.
We know all the truth, and we ain't even gotta try. We know all the truth like it was French frying. We know the truth and we know how to say so in a normal variety or as a sweet potato.
So if we say something, you better just trust it. Whether we're Idaho or a russet. The truth we could never disguise. We've seen it all, 'cause we are covered with eyes.
Start listening to us. You better start listening to us.
Don't put up no ifs or buts.
Start listening to us.
A winter is coming, no winter is here. In the dead of night, we're protected by a layer of cover soil, but You're about to feel the blight.
Oh yeah, you know it's coming soon, so listen to this scuttlebutt, or everyone's gonna wind up with a new sort of crinkle cut. Oh yeah, you better start listening to us.
You better
Start listening to us.
Yeah, squiggly fried or crinkle cut. You better
start listening to. Start listening to. Start listening to us. Oh yeah.
Oh, you potatoes. You're always such doomsayers and contrarians. Why should we believe you now?
Yeah, you guys are always so high and mighty just because you're complex carbohydrates.
No one's forcing you to listen. But all I'm saying, we may have been wrong a couple times, but we've been right. God, sorry.
Hey, man,
Hey,
you
someone
okay?
else, someone else.
No, I'm not feeling too good. I think I'm getting a message from the Lords.
Oh God.
Yes, that's right. It should be known that in this world of this old farm, there is indeed a sort of tuber cult where they believe they have a connection to those who walk among the rows. Whether or not we believe them, that's up for each individual veggie to decide.
Oh, yams, man. You got to listen to our oracle. He's really got his finger on the pulse. You know, we're down to earth, we tubers, and he's always getting messages from those who walk amongst the rows.
I'm getting one. When the vegetables gather and the skies grow cold, when fruits come out and they grow old, when newness comes but does not seed, 'tis then the farmers and food shall bleed.
And we move into the farm. And here he is, the titular man himself, old Farther Hammett, who of course runs the barn.
The old farm.
The old farm. Old Farther Hammett walks up to the table. He addresses his farm workers. Wasn't supposed to snow for goddamn 2 to 3 more months. What is this shit?
I've been trying to tell you that we got a climate change going on.
Yes, and as we see, this is a group of a bunch of old farmers. You know, at one point in life, this system worked of old anachronistic farmers, but now, as you can see, the world is moving on, and they're stubborn as rocks.
You know, I wasn't so sure about this when they called it global warming because I was like, it ain't always warm.
Hotter.
But then someone said something interesting. It's not always global warming; it's global weirding. And this here weather is quite weird.
Came before I could even get the harvest. Couldn't even get no harvest. My fruits, my veggies, they're out there.
My tubers.
Too cold.
Had a feller come out from the government and try to sell me on an irrigation system. I done it like I always done, and now half my crops are done froze over on account of this climate change.
Is that one of the same suits that keeps on trying to buy you out?
Yeah, that's the one. Trying to buy me up with government subsidy money and make me an employee on my own land.
Well, that's untenable.
Everything about this situation is untenable on paper. But as we all know, owning a barn isn't about paper. It's about
having
ground.
fun.
Oh, it's a...
Friendship.
Well...
Loyalty.
Yeah, it's about doing the same thing year in, year out and expecting the same results and also having a little fun while we're at it.
And everybody knows that's what farming's about.
I'm not sure that I necessarily agree with that
You
part.
plow the land. You hold the weeds. You hold your hands and skip. And then you pull your sleeves up, 'cause there's nowhere to take a dip. So you go on out, covered in dust, and you do a hard day's work. Then you come back in, turn the radio on, and give a little twerk.
You cultivate a farm and you cultivate a life. You cultivate a farm Ain't that nice? Right, boys? Come on.
Yep.
You cultivate a farm, and you cultivate a life. When you cultivate a farm,
What is
ain't
that?
that nice?
That is nice.
Hey, I remember when back in the day, it used to be about the beans.
Oh.
And the beans are nice and the vegetables fun, but it don't compare to trampolines. I love to go to the local park and swing on the swing sets. And hey, isn't that just about as fun as a farmer's life can get?
That's right, 'cause you cultivate a farm and you cultivate a life. When you cultivate a farm, ain't that nice? Ain't that nice?
Now when I'm hearing all your talk, I'm thinking you're delirious. Farming isn't fun. It's supposed to be serious. You better turn all of that fun bullshit off.
No, I think a farm is just a means to an end. What's a farm without your friends? All I want to do is hang out with you and you and you and you.
'Cause we cultivate a farm, but we also cultivate a life.
When we're cultivating this here farm, ain't it nice? Ain't it nice? Cultivate a farm.
We're cultivating a farm.
Cultivate a life.
We're cultivating a life.
I hope this ain't it. I'm gonna cultivate our friendship. Ain't it nice when you cultivate a life?
And suddenly all of the farmers look down and they see that they are all bleeding.
My hands!
Oh my God.
What's going on?
My
But
gums.
I have plowing to do and a shirtless car wash later.
We shouldn't have had this much fun. And old Father Hamlin died.
Whoa!
And that's where we'll take a break away from the table. When we come back, is the prophecy of the tuber cult correct?
What will happen between Tommy and Cherry?
Will we see more farther?
Will Gene Ginger find a middle ground in his allegiance between the vegetables and the tubers as a root himself?
All of this and more when we return to Harm on the Farm, the improvised musical RPG. Welcome back from our snack break. We hope you enjoyed your Go-Gurt drinkable yogurts and nothing else. Ross.
Yes, good.
Is this staying in? Let us know in the comments below. And we find ourselves attuned to Tommy Tomato. Tommy Tomato is at his little office in the barn. He set up a nice little office, and he's got one of those, you know, in like detective movies when there's a cork board on the wall. And
With all
like
the red strings.
yarn and stuff.
Yeah.
Tommy Tomato is trying so hard to put all of these disparate prophecies and mysteries and peoples with different philosophies and agendas together. Tommy Tomato, if you could roll maybe a perception check. Let's see how this board is looking.
Certainly. That's a 6.
So
Ooh, Tommy is not rolling super high in intelligence
So
checks.
Tommy's corkboard, it has a picture of him in the middle. What are you doing in this picture?
Somehow I'm at the center of this. Tommy, big smile,
Yeah.
big vacant behind the eyes smile. Just thumbs up, little tomato thumbs up. That someone took it of him and he doesn't remember who.
And we have one yarn leading to just the word tuber, parentheses, look up definition later. We have one yarn that says something about like the people who walk in the rows, look up definition later.
This is really reminding me of the whiteboard in A Quiet Place. Yeah.
What is the source? I remember it saying.
Question mark.
Well, then we see one yarn as Tommy insists that this is all connected somehow. We see one hot pink yarn coming off of the board. A big scent fills the air, and it suddenly makes you feel very aroused.
Sexy.
And when you look up, you see none other than Cherry Tomato wearing basically nothing at all.
Baby, you've been working on this too hard. Come back to the flower bed.
Yes, and we see Cherry Tomato gestures to the flower bed. It's not just a flower bed, though. I would describe what she's pointing to, her room, as like an opium fuck den is maybe how I would describe it. Cherry, can you
That's
describe
how she would describe it as
what's
well,
in your
yes.
opium fuck den?
Well, opium, of course.
It's a flower.
There
It's a
is,
flower.
there is this huge sunflower bed that has the petals lazily lounging off of it. On top is kind of like stuff that's been taken from bits and bobs. Like she's got some fluff from a head of corn. She's got some parts of a bird's nest, a bit of spider web that just have made it all so like it's very vaporous, very ethereal. And she's hanging curtains, different lettuce leaves that are hanging in front to provide some privacy.
Tommy Tomato, how do you feel about this opium fuck den?
Oh, conflicted.
Mm.
I got stuff I gotta do. The whole veggie patch is counting on me.
That sounds like a contested role.
Can I get you to come back to bed? Let's see. I think also this is advantage because
Yes,
yeah,
you're very good at seducing.
yeah. I got 2 6s in a row.
Tommy got a 5.
Perfect.
My willpower is nothing.
Tomatoes are squishy.
And Tommy has squished every part of Cherry there is to be squished.
But there's always time for more. Come on. You know you want to.
And we see all those weird lettuce. They form a little like conga line of cucked lettuces in the farm closet, just watching what's going on.
Yeah, everything here is, I forgot to mention, everything here is anthropomorphic. It is alive, you know? They're all watching.
Hey, don't let us stop you.
Cherry, there's work to do. The farm
Yeah,
is falling
there is.
apart. Oh, God.
I want you to work on me. I want you to sow your seed. I want you to fuck me like the tomato you are. I want you to
1.
work on me. I want you to
2.
sow your seed. I want you to
3.
fuck me like the tomato you are.
Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah, says one of the lettuces.
Tommy, you've got to appreciate your assertive woman.
Tommy, you've been working so hard. There's something that could be harder. Tommy, I know I want you to irrigate me.
What the hell do you think I am, a gardener?
Tommy, don't be difficult. You're so cute. 'Cause out of all these vegetables, you're my favorite fruit. Oh, you're making me blush now. Blood's rushing to my head. I guess that's why I'm so perpetually red. I want you to
1,
work on me. I want you to
2,
sow your seed. I want you to
3.
fuck me like the tomato you are. I want you to
1,
work on me. I want you to
2,
sow your seed. I want you to
3.
fuck me like the tomato you are.
Sherry, you make a few good points, and I am not one to gripe, but I feel like this is important. It feels so ripe, and I am just so hard pressed to do what is right, but I Cannot think of anyone but you tonight.
So come on out,
1,
work on me. Come on out,
2,
sow your seed. Come on out,
fuck 3.
Fuck me like the tomato you are. Whip out that vine. Come on out,
1,
work on me. Come on out,
2,
sow your seed. Come on out,
3.
fuck me like the tomato I know you are.
Yeah.
And as the sounds of lots of fruits and vegetables coming fill the farm beautifully, we go over to our corn and our ginger. And they're at what we might sort of call like a revolutionary cafe. This is like a cafe where like people who want to disrupt the status quo hang out and have vegetable cappuccinos and talk about ways to like change the world and things like that and be very romantic. And they're sharing a table with some of the tubers of their cult. And we join their spirited conversation.
You know, I never thought that we needed to change anything about what we were doing, but look at the way things are. It just can't stand.
You're trying to take control, you damn tubers. The time is not to use this as an opportunity for a power grab. Now is the time that we all have to come together under one banner.
You dare question the prophecy,
Grabbing
Daddy-o?
grabbing power. We're like viziers. We kind of like oversee someone's rise
Yeah,
to
man.
power.
Whose side are you on? Don't
Just
you
like a
grow underground just like
Tuber to
us?
try to rule from the bottom. I'm a root. I'm a root just like you. Hard, hardy, fibrous. Basically inedible. You gotta chop me up so small. But ginger will settle your digestion. Ginger will support your immune system. And the whole doesn't cure itself by tearing itself apart.
I couldn't agree more, Ginger. In fact, what's Tommy been up to? Not really leading, is he?
Yeah, I heard him coming very loudly.
we all heard it. We can all hear it.
Oh, fuck!
Yeah. She said she wanted him to fuck him like 9 times.
I heard that.
Is that the kind of leadership that this
This is so public.
barn needs?
What I'm saying is this barn doesn't need a leadership. It needs a collective. What is a root but a system that connects many things? A rhizome where none is taller than any other.
Well, that makes sense to me. An ear's made up of hundreds of kernels of corn.
Well, I guess I could speak to too. Hi, it's me, Kenny Carrot. I'd be down to, I don't know, form a collective, a union of sorts.
Yes, and I, Oliver Onion, stand with you as well. See, what is an onion but multiple layers of other onion? I contain meltedins.
Yes, and I, Baron von Basil, speaking for the herb garden, support this as well. For too long we have only provided flavor to the rest of you. Now is the time that we should join together as one.
Right. And we got another one over here. You all know me. Penny Parsnip. I believe to it, it's not just me. We got hundreds of others. Like...
Top of the morning to ya. Colin Cucumber. Colin Cucumber. Here. Hi. I'm with ya.
We flash forward a couple hours of different vegetables introducing themselves.
And I'm Okra Orion.
And that's the last one.
And I'm the last one here.
Wow. I've never realized before what a beautiful rainbow coalition we have of all the vegetables.
We've spent our whole lives segregated into our various crops. Flowers in their flower garden. Herbs in their herb garden.
Berries in the berry patch.
Tubers underneath the soil. And you corn in your delicate rows out there in the stalks.
Swaying in the breeze.
Well, I'm sorry, but how will rising up together as one stop winter?
That's a great question.
That's a really good question.
It does seem that if we are to succeed at all, we must do so together. For a winter could take out any one vegetable alone. But could a winter take out all of us?
It's like, what are those things called?
those piles of old plants you put in a pile.
Compost?
Compost pile. Thank you very much. I was trying really hard.
And it's kind of like... Oh, shit, I had it.
Yeah.
It's what we were before we grew.
Seeds.
Yeah.
Seeds. It's kind of like seeds being... Fuck. What's the word? What do you do with seeds?
Grow.
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 Yeah. Together we could be a salad or a stew. Alone it's just me and you are just you. But together we can make it worth our while. We can be nice and warm and all mixed up like they are in the compost pile.
It's kind of like what's happening right now. It's like the wind's blowing and the ice coming from the sky.
Winter?
Yes!
Yeah.
That is happening, but we don't have to cry.
And there's so far that we have to go. But we will reap what the fuck when the seeds get like
What
tossed.
we
So yes,
We could be a salad
we could be a stew.
when you're alone. I'm just me,
And I'm me.
And you are just you.
but if we work together, we could make it worth our while. We could be nice and warm and all rolled up like they are in the compost pile.
Then it seems decided. Yes, we know we have to go. So get going and rise up. It's time for us to... Oh, shit, what was it? Well, you know, you get bigger and you rise towards the sun.
Grow.
Grow!
Let's grow.
Emergency meeting,
Oh,
called
boy.
by Tommy Tomato. Tommy, do me a favor. Roll a constitution check for me, please.
3.
Okay.
Ooh,
So
wow.
your fearless leader.
Looking like a sun-dried tomato, isn't he?
I just want to plant the seed, pun intended. What you see in front of you is a Tommy Tomato who's like tired and sweaty and smells funky and sort of has this like weird kind of I don't give a shit smile. He's got a Gatorade and a cigarette next to him. He looks slimy. And this is your alleged leader.
You all see that Cherry has his arm around his waist, and she's kind of whispering like, "They're trying to ruin us. You're not going to let that happen, are you? Everything's good in here. Everything's fine in here."
Yeah, all good. Everything's good.
Just look at him. Just look at him. Innovated. Sapped.
He's distracted. He's positively vinaigrette.
All right, everyone chill out, because
I guess I can speak for Tommy. Tommy's a little under the weather.
Yeah, Cherry's
in the moment.
gonna do the talk.
He looks positively crushed.
I will say I've heard all the things going around, and I think it's best if we just stay here, keep doing the things we're doing. Everyone's fine. No one needs to rise up, revolt, go to the farmhouse.
Well, maybe it's time that Tommy isn't our leader anymore. Maybe it's time that we don't have a leader anymore.
Yes. I thought you were one of us, Tommy. I thought you were a vegetable of the other vegetables, but you've set yourself apart. You're an heirloom tomato now.
No.
A choice appears in front of Tommy, the recently accused heirloom tomato. Please roll.
12.
You are fucking angry at them. How dare they come to you and give you this bullshit? Are they ungrateful? Let them know what's what.
They don't know what's what.
Tommy takes a full swig of Gatorade, takes a drag from the cigarette with his mouth still full, spits out the Gatorade along with the smoke.
Tommy Tobacco nearby is like, hey.
And Gary,
Shut up, Tobacco!
Gary Gatorade is like, I think it's kind of cool.
Hey, listen. You put me in charge. I'm in charge, all right? Yeah, winter's coming. I'm going to be the one to lead us through it, okay? As I always have, as I will continue to do. There's no militias. There's no rising up as a unit. This is a vegetable patch that I am in charge of, all right?
Yeah, and if anyone's got anything to say about it, talk to the pig.
And you see Cherry has climbed up on the pig and has loosed the pig's chain. The pig has been chained up this whole time. And is holding it by the snout. And is like,
Everything can go real nice and easy, but it can get pretty dirty pretty quick.
Pastor, I thought we were friends.
You thought wrong.
This is how you choose to lead us, Tommy Tomato.
Through threats of violence.
A tyrant, that's what you are.
If you will not listen to reason, then you will be squashed. Yeah, winter's coming, but winter's got a name. You've known it all along, 'cause you call me the same. Oh yeah, that cold front's brewing. Oh, what you gonna do? Oh no, the winter this year's red, just like a tomato. Red winter's coming.
Red winter's coming.
The snow falls blood.
Ooh, yeah.
Red winter's coming.
Red winter.
So listen and listen good. Red winter's coming. And Tommy's at the head. Oh, by the end of winter, the veggies will be dead.
This is a red winter. The vegetables are on the street. Tomatoes not the only red around. I call forth the radishes and beets.
Aye, aye.
The way might be long, my friends, and the way it might be hard. Raise high our red banner on the leaves of the Swiss chard.
Red winter's coming.
march forward!
And winter's here. Red winter's coming. It's unseasonable this year. Red winter's coming.
Hold your ground!
Oh no, oh no. This year, red winter's looking like a tomato.
Charge! Oh, I'm hearing a vision that's coming to me right now.
God, not again.
It isn't cool, but I guess this... Oh, this is how we can end this brutal winter. End it all to boot. Because the Lord, he tells me the snow dies with the fruit.
Red winter's coming.
He dies, it dies.
There's no recourse. Red winter's coming. The veggies show them no remorse.
Well, I think that our leader looks mad. Vegetables, it's time to toss this salad. Rise up, and throw him off. It's rotten from the top.
So rise up, you veggies all. Give Tommy his death knell. His funeral now rings out with a red pepper bell.
Red winter's coming. It's already here. Red winter's coming. It's a red one. It's a red one this year.
And as we see both
Can
sides.
we roll to see? Yeah.
Yes.
Who
Everyone
wins?
make a roll,
Everyone make a
please.
Oh my god.
Oh my lord.
Okay. Well,
So here's how this will work. Because it is 3 against 2 battle, the two of you need to decide which one of you gets 2 rolls.
All right, I'll take the second one.
whose side am I rolling for right now? I've rolled once.
Up to you.
This side?
Yeah, you rolled for them.
Okay.
Oh
you
my
kidding
God.
me? Are you kidding me?
So
Yes.
what did the faction of the tomatoes and
So Tommy has rolled an 8
Okay.
and a 5.
And
Okay.
then Cherry rolled a 3 Would we like to
Wow.
see what the other team rolled?
Yeah.
So that's 16 total.
16 total. Feeling pretty good.
Cornelius, by himself, rolled a 19.
Okay, so already lost.
Yeah, you've already lost, but
Listen to this.
Dream Ginger rolled a natural 20.
And not just that, the rest of the vegetables, Kenny Carrot also rolled a natural 20.
That's veggie supremacy, baby.
It's a bloodbath.
The Red Winter.
We've all seen Steven Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan. I'd like to imagine the opening scene, but instead of humans, it's vegetables. We see tomatoes with their intestines, or should I say, fruit meat hanging out of them. We see a carrot trying to put its green thing back on top of its head. And we catch Ginger with a bayonet to Tommy Tomato's throat.
It didn't have to be like this, Tommy. You went mad with power. Somewhere you let that cherry of yours take over your mind as well as your body. Not to put too fine a point on it, but you nearly fucked you dry.
Yeah, but
we were brothers. We could have been a beautiful stew together. Our flavor profiles are so complementary.
yeah, it could have been.
We could have been amazing.
Maze, right? Yes.
Corn.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Well, I guess this is the end for old Tommy. But there'll be more like me. You think just because you make it through one winter, that means you can survive them all?
We're moving up to the farmhouse now. All of us together. Out of the greenhouse, out of the fields, living together as equals.
We have vision.
How long will that last?
And as Tommy is saying this, from behind him, and we're not sure if this is actually happening or if this is in everyone's collective minds, but we see all of the frozen, bloodied old farmers rise from the ground.
Wait.
Real cold snap this year.
Yeah, real cool.
Yeah, unseasonable.
That was weird.
Hey, anyone want to defrost that trampoline? Maybe take it for a spin?
Or maybe we can make some hot chocolate and warm some up on the stove. For you, my buddies.
Guys, in life, I told you we can't have too much fun.
But now that I've seen the other side, and I've seen what our horrible GMO-addled tomatoes have done to each other, I think it's time we had a little more fun. And the clouds part, the snow dissipates. It's a beautiful sunny day.
My God, the prophecy. It was true.
Yeah.
Winter is banished.
Yeah, totally, Daddy-O. Yeah, I was expecting that the whole time. I was very confident. Yeah, man. Okay.
Not yet! Cherry, still holding the pig snout, says, "You may have beaten Tommy, but I don't need Tommy. All right, I'm a tomato in my own right, and winter stays as long as I stay." And then she trips, and she falls. And as she falls into a pig mouth, gaping wide open, a victim of her own hubris, she's eaten.
Wow. The next time I order a BLT, I'm going to tell them hold the tea. We flash forward 3 years into the future. The farm is now commingling. The new crop of farmers is here. They're running the show. They're all conventionally attractive and young. And we see all of our friends, the ginger, the corn, the carrots, the rest. They don't just hang out in the barn. They're free to travel wherever they wish. And there hasn't been a winter since that one fateful, unseasonable snap so many years ago.
A perfect happy ending. No winters ever again. A perpetual blazing summer casting its light down on all the vegetables. And while they might be a little drier, it's still a beautiful thing. And each year they gather to tell the tale of the revolution that brought them to this current state, the prophecy that came true. And as it passes orally from generation to generation, this cultic religion of theirs takes shape. As it passes mouth to mouth, these VeggieTales of theirs.
Yes! You might have a lot of struggle. You might have a lot of strife. You might have some problems in your daily life, but it's seasonal. Yeah, it's seasonal. It's seasonal.
Yeah, trouble may come from the ground or it may come from above. But whether winter or summer, all you need is a season of love.
And though this might sound unreasonable, it's seasonal.
It's seasonal.
Yeah, it's seasonal.
When the leaves fall in autumn, then the snow is coming down. And you start to think that maybe the sun will never come around. But if you're only patient, be patient then, my friend. The sun is coming back for summer, and it'll never leave again.
Whoa. Any bad feeling you have, it's just seasonal.
Yeah, it's seasonal.
Any good feeling you have, but that's forever.
So remember to just say thank you and please and all.
It's seasonal.
It's seasonal.
Yeah, it's seasonal.
It's seasonal.
Yeah, it's seasonal.
It's seasonal.
That has been Harm on the Farm. Oh, that's where we'll leave our session for now. E-I-E-I-O. Old Farmer Ross, where can people find you if they want more of you?
They are free to go on the internet and look at @RossBB at Instagram.com.
And if they want
fantastic.
to, they want to delve into your occult study or become occult scholars themselves, where should they go for that?
They should go to their local library. Ask their most unhinged looking librarian where the stacks are that people fear to tread.
Yeah.
Get the most eldritch looking tome off the shelf and take it home and read it until the seams of your sanity begin to warp and fray.
Oh,
That's
really
one to
good
grow on
advice.
from your friend, Ross.
Well, you heard it here, folks.
Well, thank you all so much for listening. This was a blast. I hope you had a blast as well. And hey, come back next time and join us at the table.
Until then, I'm Gabe.
I'm Sean.
I'm Mary Lou.
I'm Greg. We'll see you next time.
Hey there! If you enjoyed the show and want to help it grow, why not leave us a rating and review? With just a couple of clicks, you can rest easy knowing you helped a stranger discover the magic of musical improv. For real, it really helps us out. And if you're itching for even more content, head on over to our Patreon. When you join our High Rollers table, you'll get access to our Discord, an extra song recorded with this week's guest, and 2 bonus episodes every month. And for just $3 more, you can snag a seat at the VIP table to listen ad-free.
Plus, you'll get our special monthly episode where Greg, Gabe, Sean, and Mary Lou play actual RPG campaigns with a randomly chosen game master every session. It gets crazy, y'all. So come on over and start your free trial at patreon.com/tabletoptunespod. That's patreon.com/tabletoptunespod. Thank you for listening and supporting the show.
The Fable and Folly Network, where fiction producers flourish.